Howdy, fellas and fellows. Welcome back to the channel. Hey, Dad, you want to speak on your bullshit about what Rich said in the comment earlier?
Which part? What stuff?
Let's talk about the identity theft shit first.
Okay. There's a big difference between taking somebody's videos, watching them, and putting commentary to them and reviewing them. There's a huge difference between doing that and taking somebody's videos and just putting them there on your channel, passing them off as your videos. Those are two totally different situations. Totally different. Night and day different. And it's sad that he's not smart enough to understand that. You know what I mean?
Now, let's talk about the disability thing.
Okay. Disability is through the federal government. You either draw SSI or you draw SSD. Straight up. I mean, facts. The federal government takes care of that. Everybody across the whole United States, when it's the end of the year and it's time for the raise, everybody across the whole United States gets the same percentage. There are certain rules that fall behind it. If you draw SSI for your health, or SSD for your health, say, I cannot work because my health is bad, then you cannot work and hold a job. Because that's the whole point you're getting disability for, dumbass. Now, if you're drawing disability for your mind, then there's a chance you can work. A little bit. Or if you're drawing for your mind and your body, you might go to work a little bit. But if you're drawing SSI, probably not. If you're drawing SSD, probably so. I mean, Richard, an idiot. I mean, the state controls Social Security. No, the state don't control disability, bud. Plain and simple. Facts.
Dumbass.
It's all federally ran programs, dude.
People.
And let's be real, you ain't old enough to retire and use your old lady. If you was old enough to retire,
because I still got.
Or you draw like SSD, yeah, you might be able to work a little bit. But you better not be drawing SSD for your back because you say, I can't work because of my back. Because that's not going to fly. But if you're drawing a little bit, if you've made enough money and you're drawing SSD, that's how they determine it. If you've made enough money and paid in and you file for disability, you'll get SSD. If not, you'll get SSI. That's how it works. I mean, facts. And I doubt Rich got no way. So Rich probably draws SSI.
Gotta cut all this out. I want to try and structure it and make it stronger.
Yep, you never made it stronger, never cut it all out.
The car does need a timing chain and a set of gears. I apparently have all
No, the
that.
car needs a mechanic
right
to fix
here.
it. Needs an
Everything
engine.
is right there.
Probably needs a transmission.
Spark plug, wires, belts, hoses, all that crap. Okay, and then I've been making door panels.
Car needs you to get the
over
fuck
there.
away from us. What it needs.
I made for this car yesterday, and then this one I made the day before that.
Make that sexy.
The stainless steel piece that's on it, I actually traced it out on another piece of metal, but I got to cut it out
Look at that.
bend it to specifications in order for it to look like the original
Oh, that was beautiful.
for the passenger side.
BEA.
There it is, it's cut
Beautiful.
out right there, or drawn out. So all I got to do is cut it, and then I'll find something to be able to brace it to the door panel itself.
What a joke, dude.
The biggest problem with the
Well,
car
you know
right
what's
now
sad is
is
if you had a car
I
right there,
can't
if you've been
find
driving that car this whole time, that car
top
probably
dead
just
center,
been up road.
and
That Oldsmobile. He's
the
just
reason
an
why I
idiot.
can't find top dead center
Oh, this is good.
is because one,
This is good.
the harmonic balancer does not line up with the compression stroke for
You're so
the
stupid. Listen, folks,
valve number 2.
Never trust your
Underneath the
harmonic
valve
balancer
cover.
in your timing cover.
Which
Don't ever
is-
trust it if you're trying to find true top dead center. Because they make 10, small box Chevys make 10 different covers, 10 different harmonic balancers.
This one right here.
Do it how you're supposed to do
Okay.
it.
So
Pull the
that
number
has to
one
match
plug,
up with this.
line
The harmonic
compression
has to
stroke,
match up with this
roll over
one
slowly
coming
with a
back up
screwdriver
for
or
it to be
something that comes
closed.
all the way up and goes
And then
back
the
down.
other
Then back it up a
problem
little bit
is-
and then you're at true top dead center.
Is the distributor
On pressure stroke.
rotor position does not match up to either one of those. So we've got a big problem here. As you can see, the rotor is pointing at number 1, but it's not at top dead center right now. And the valve is not on a compression stroke. There's 4 cycles.
Oh, okay, Rich.
But
Explain to everybody
I
what's the
can't
4
get it to
cycles.
work right. So
What is the 4
I can't
cycles,
do it by
Rich?
myself because you need to have
So I
somebody
know
helping you with
you
this.
got intake
to
and
get it lined
exhaust,
up.
where you're pulling gas in, pushing gas out, pushing exhaust out. What's the
Meaning
other
that,
two?
what the hell's going on here? Why are
I'm
these
a fucking
velcros
idiot.
not line up? There it is. Okay. Everything has to line up at top dead center. Otherwise, I can't sit there and replace
I
the
can't even
gears.
think of
and the
what in
chain.
my head an engine would have.
And
I don't know.
He's got a rear engine there.
it's impossible to do it by myself because I don't have the proper tools.
It
like
is a
breaker
4-cycle
bar
engine.
and
Type of wheel.
got all that crap all over me. Be able to tap the ignition as well. So right now I'm at a standstill with the 57.
Which, Rich, you said it's a 2-cycle.
Until I can get some help.
Without compression. I mean,
There's nothing more I can do on this right now. I have everything in order to get this thing running. It's got new points, new coil, new wires, new plugs. I have a piece of metal for the bottom part of the door there. I'm going to cut out the rod on the runner board and replace it with new metal. And
Sorry,
same
folks,
with
it's been
the driver's side, rear.
commenters.
Cut out
Apparently,
about
Rich
as
said
much
we
as I
read
can
our
on that
comments, so we're picking
and
bitches
redo
and
that
shit.
over.
Such tough guys, we're afraid to tell the
right.
truth.
comment? What are you
We're
talking
afraid he's
about?
telling the truth.
Until I get some help,
I
which
was
I
like,
can't
true? I was like,
rely
yeah,
on
you're right.
anyway
Rich, I didn't
because
every single one of them,
all the
man.
people that I
That's
know
what we did.
say they're going to help me.
I was like,
They never
I
show
was like,
up.
if you tell the truth, that'd be a first.
So
I mean, you can go
You
to
know.
the comments right now. They're there, dude. I mean,
looks like
they're
I'm
doing
stuck
some
between a
fucking
rock and a
comments.
hard place.
What are you talking about?
All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this update, and please like and subscribe. Subscribe. I
I'm still
have
waiting. You offered
3,000
to go live with
views,
us.
and
I
I've
said I'd
got
go
20
live with you. You
subscribers.
don't want to
What
go
the
live
hell?
now. I mean,
Really?
You can
Come
explain
on,
to everybody what the other 2 cycles are. That makes it have 4 cycles.
So, guys,
Dumbass.
Okay.
Rich tried to get hard earlier, right?
2 compression testers.
Like, he
There's
tried to
one
get
there.
seriously hard. Like, he goes, don't make me come. I'm wondering one day I'll come down and visit you.
This is good. I'm sorry. I know you're talking, but I gotta point this out because it's still recording, right?
Yeah.
Look, Rich says I got 2 compression testers here. Compression tester, vacuum gauge. Compression tester, vacuum gauge. But Rich just said I got 2 compression testers here.
Rich, you want to come down? We'll teach you something, man.
Rich, you can come on. I mean, I'll pay your plane ticket. You want to come down and hang out, man? I mean, it ain't no gangster type hard shit. Come on down, man. I mean, I'll cut up on you all day long. I mean, it's good to go, man. You're welcome here. I mean,
You gotta bring your Cassidy Transit shirt because I want to sign it.
right.
Well, everybody,
I mean,
Good
you can
news
sign our
today.
car. Being a big time YouTuber, come on down and
Actually-
sign your car.
came out here this morning really early. Let me get this thing off of the car. And I tried a little stunt, and it worked.
Stuntman.
Um,
The fail
I
guy.
have 2 compression testers. There's one there.
This is great.
There's one for the fuel pump, and then there's another
For the
one
fuel
right
pump.
here. And as you
For the
can
fuel
see,
pump,
Compression
guys.
tester for a fuel pump,
at the end
guys.
of the rubber nipple, I put Vaseline
How
on
many
it,
fucking cycles is a fuel pump?
and I shoved it in number 1 spark plug hole. And then I took that flathead screwdriver and
The only
braced
thing
it
you've shoved
behind
in a
it
hole in a long time.
right up against the upper control arm. Okay? And
It's like you don't understand. You can buy a
Took the valve
compression
cover
tester
off.
kit at Harbor Freight for $20.
And as you can
You know what I
see,
mean?
when the number 2 valve closed, she's at top dead center. Now, the only problem
No wonder
is
this car ain't
the
run.
actual
You guys,
rotor
if any
is
mechanic
not
just sitting
pointed
there,
at
it's like,
number
huh?
1. It's pointed more towards number 8. So all I got to do is advance the distributor until the number 1 spark plug matches where the number 8 is. Lock
Yeah,
it
that's
down.
gonna work great.
Is that how it
Make
works,
sure I
Rich?
got spark, pour some gas in the carburetor, and this baby ought to
See, in
fire
theory,
over.
It
There's
goes
no
in
other
the
reason for
where
it
it
not
starts
to.
off from wherever your
It's
rotor
got a new
falls
coil.
or
I went and
something
got
like that.
all
In
new
theory,
stuff
it'll
for
run,
it.
but I would never do it like that. I mean,
New coil, new points already in it. I have a new fan belt. I went and bought
Spoiler alert, it's not running right.
a time and chain set of gears.
the motor could never
What the hell
run
did I
right.
buy?
Not having two mismatched pieces.
everything that I needed for this thing in order to get her going.
New rims on
And
two
come to
cylinders.
find out, I probably don't even have to do this timing chain after all. The distributor is probably a little off as to where it was sitting at, so I have to readjust it and put it back to where it was. And I'll fill the bowl with gasoline and a little bit down the old
You're
chute,
filling the bowl, Rich.
and hopefully she'll fire over. That should be the end of the problem. Then I can worry about more problem things like this crap back here that's all rotted away and
I've never seen it.
needs to be worked on soon before the weather changes and everything starts going downhill. So now I've got something to look forward to. I finally got somewhere with it, and I don't know how many people have ever done that, where they've actually put Vaseline on the rubber nipple, but that's actually an easier test than any whistle or using a breaker bar for the harmonic balancer when you're by yourself.
So you use a breaker bar to
So
check
this
compression?
actually, when it came up, it shot that compression tester out of there so hard that it fell down below where the pulley is and where the engine mount is down there in the bottom. So I think we finally got some leeway here, and it looks like this baby wants to run. And I'll keep you guys informed on how things are going. All right, now, don't forget to subscribe and like, okay? Thumbs up on that bad boy.
Pass and pass.
All right. Talk
We're
to
down
you soon.
Facebook and cheese
I
grater.
mean, you got our subscription, man. We want to know when you drop the videos,
Yep.
dude.
I got a little aggravated today, so I didn't want to. Hey, folks, Rich220 here. I actually did more work on the car today. I got the fan motor off. I got the exhaust manifold bolt out. And the way I got it out was
newfangled kids' cars.
I used a jack that you would use on a PT Cruiser. And I put it in between the
we see it in a lot of your videos, Rich.
cross member that actually has the engine mounts.
That's how it is back in 1967.
The other end I
when
put
they had to
just
get a
below
manual
the
on that
heads.
Hey Rich, when can I buy a
And as
Cider or
I
Cozy?
started opening it, it moved the engine up towards the passenger side, which gave me enough clearance
How many more than
to get the exhaust manifold bolt out. Now, ultimately, this car needs a timing chain, a set of head gaskets, intake manifold gaskets, water pump gasket. The water pump's fine.
Oh, and he went
It
on
does
live
need a
the other
timing
day
chain.
about how I got $10.
And I'm literally dismantling this whole car from top to bottom and then rebuilding it from bottom up. So I took all the push rods out, all the rocker arms, all the nuts that go to hold the rocker arms in place, and the lobes that sit below the nuts in the rocker arms. The intake manifold is out, the carburetor's off, distributor's out, water pump, radiator, timing chain cover, spark plugs, spark wires, all that stuff is off. We are now down to the bare timing chain with the gears, which I'm trying to line up because as I tried to take it off, it spun out of compression. So in other words, it's no longer at top dead center, and I think the only way to get it back is to actually
spun out of
turn
compression.
it in 3 accessions. What do they call that? It's got to go 3 times around, I think, in order for it to hit number 1 again. But I'm never going to be able to tell because I took everything heck off. The only way I'll be able to tell is if I put the timing chain cover back on dummy-wise
No.
and just keep turning it until the lifters go up
He's
and
got a
down.
rare 101
They're the only things that are left in there.
Just like his
mainly
old
because there's a lot of
had a
sludge,
rocket 2-barrel.
and there's antifreeze, and there's oil, and it's just a mess. And I don't want that garbage all down in the engine block. I don't need anything blocking up the pistons in the cylinders. So, this way, when I get around to cleaning it, I can clean it, put it back together. I got a little aggravated today, so I didn't want to record that and put it on film.
Why not, Richie?
I have a very short fuse when things don't go right. And I'm
never
not saying
hit
go
your
my
wood.
way. I'm just saying things don't go right. You ever have one of those days where you're working on something for hours, but you're not getting nothing done
Every fucking
You understand what I'm saying? It's very.
Yeah. I've had those days. And yeah, it's frustrating as hell. But I don't beat the fucking side of my car up. At most, I push whatever, let's say it was a quad for instance, I push said quad away and I walk away. I may curse, but I don't hit it. I don't fucking pull out my pistol out my side holster and shoot the fucker until the oil's all over the ground, it's bleeding and begging for mercy. That's a little fucking extreme.
Very disturbing, you know. It aggravates me to no end. It's like a bad rash. And most of the time I walk away, but sometimes I try and stick it out, but I just get worse and more aggravated. And, you know, I just want to try and get something completed. I don't want to be stuck in a never-ending dilemma of not getting nothing done. I can't understand that. Well, anyway, that's the point. This is the update video. I can't do any lives until I get like 1,000 subscribers. For some reason, YouTube is really strict on that. And I'm like, well, how are you supposed to get 1,000 subscribers if you don't get any visual, what the hell do they call that? If I don't get people to see me, you know? And that's the point of me wanting to do a live. Now, there are other apps I could do this with, and then YouTube could just fly off for all I care. But, you know, I just don't understand why they make it so difficult for people to actually, you know...
Not difficult, you know what the fuck you're doing.
Get airtime in order for people to see them. You know, what do they got to lose for it, really?
A lawsuit when it comes to somebody like you or Barry, that's what the fuck they got to lose.
Let's see, what else did I do today?
Revenue and advertising, all kinds of shit.
No, that was about it. It started clouding over, so I called it quits. Wrapped everything up and came inside. Oh, yesterday I bought 2 Bel Air inserts for the side of the car. The metal piece that says Bel Air on it. Ooh. I got them from somebody yesterday. But they're for a 2-door, not for a 4-door. So I have those to clean up too. And I have a couple parts here and there that are extras or spares or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much where it stands right now. I covered everything up and called it quits for the day because I got to take the fender off on the passenger side. For some reason, the guy seemed to think it was okay to try and flatten it out on a pile of rocks with a hammer. Going from the inside out, so now it looks like there's a bunch of.
How would you know that he tried that on rocks?
Right. It sounds like you made that mistake.
How would you know this? Suspect again.
Warts in it, or bumps in it, or whatever you want to call it.
You know all about warts and bumps.
This guy's got a rusty pair of vice grips holding the fender in place.
Looking like you were kissing a frog.
Those vice grips have been down now for about 30, 40 years.
And you got a piece of fucking number 9 wire holding it.
Just get a, drill a hole in the bottom of the fender after you straighten it out the proper way, and then get a bolt and put it in. What's the big deal, really, you know?
Well, what was it, Rich? You didn't do that.
Some people just don't know what they're doing, I guess.
Right.
Well, in fact, I'm looking at the screen.
Yeah, anyway, it's going back together. It'll go slowly, but it'll go back together. It's just me working on it, nobody else. And I actually do it when I have the time and when I'm not working or when I'm not cleaning my house or doing the yard or not aggravated, you know. So it's like, you know, that's the time that I get out there. And when it's not hot out. Because when it's hot out, it makes it difficult for me to breathe. Like today I was out there, I think for about maybe 3 or 4 hours. And what happened was it was so hot out there that I started pouring sweat from my shoulders all the way down the front of my shirt, not once but twice. And that just adds fuel to the fire of aggravation. So that's the reason why I called it quits. You know, enough was enough. It'll be there. I'm not going anywhere with it. It's not going anywhere because, quite frankly, the engine's been torn down. That there's nothing to start it with and nothing to move it with. So it'll be there until, you know, I'm ready to get it done. And I'm not going to wait 20 years. You know, I'm not going to take the heads off and
I'm going to restore
wait a
it
year and
someday.
a half before I put them back on because I know that the pistons will get rusted. And so will the sleeves that the pistons ride in. So, you know, I want to get those done ASAP. Get them cleaned out. Get new head gaskets put on. And, you know, start rebuilding this thing. That's the whole point behind it. All right, well, that's not much of a video. I understand that, but...
Alright, so I want to explain something before we move on to our last video for the night. So, Dad, I was watching Rich's Live, right? And he starts eating a fucking cookie or a piece of cake, talking about I'm starting to feel tired and hopefully this will make me feel better. What's that tell you, Dad?
Diabetic, yes.
No, he's just hyperglycemic.
My ass.
Somebody please help me.
Hello, everybody. It's Rich220.
Their sugar is so hot. Their sugar so high for so long.
And I went down to Englishtown yesterday, and even though it was pretty dried out as far as...
Here's the one I want to
57.
do.
Well, I done told everybody I was going to get this thing back together. Timing chain's in.
Still not running.
Distributor's back in. Oil pan's up on there. I got to get one more nut on the oil pan on the side, which is right next to the
Hang on, you guys. We'll pause in a minute.
sleeve for the oil cartridge. Yeah, I took this off again because I'm trying to go through nuts and screws and stuff like that and find out something that's closest so I can make a panel here because it's missing and fill in some of the other ones that are missing. There's supposed to be a couple.
The area he's talking about is the area, if you guys go back to a couple of our videos ago, we did a live where it's talking about, hey, I look through here, it's where he's putting the grill, and he goes, this piece is missing. Me and Dad were like, well, you had that fender off. He knew it was missing 3 years ago. And still hasn't fixed it. 3 fucking years. 3 years, you guys. And 48 views, that's fucking astounding. That's Barry Beamer views, dude. He gets that in 2 hours. Jesus, Rich. That's what I mean. But you're going to fix that car.
Here, which I think one
3 years
is
and it's
on
still
there,
on
but
the
the other
road.
one is not. And then my idea of doing the same thing to this side as I did the other side is going to take a little bit longer because I actually have to take the fuel pump off, which is okay because it needs cleaning anyway. And then I have to get up underneath the cross member
Let's not
and get a
replace
ratchet
it.
on
Let's
top
just
of
clean it up.
the
Let's put
engine
lipstick on
mount
the pig.
where the nut is and somehow get some kind of socket or ratchet up underneath and loosen the engine mount in under there because all this is doing is spinning and I'm not going to get anything done that way. So but the timing chain's in. Then I want to get that head off because I got to get that sludge out of there. And apparently this is the side that had the head gasket issue because there's antifreeze all in this sludge. So there was nowhere near as much on the other side.
Oh, look at that.
And it's
wow.
also running in the gullies in here. So that's telling me that the...
How many of you folks pull off an intake off an engine? You know, those things have antifreeze in them, right? And if you don't pull them off quite right, antifreeze tends to spill into, you know, the runners of the heads and potentially the valley. So what Richard's explaining is just his his fucking stupid self pulling the intake off. This does not tell you, this is not even how you would detect if a head gasket was bad. Not even close. Not even the same fucking realm of possibility. And in a high school auto shop would teach you how to see if a head's blown. And you water your oil? No. You water your oil and you lost the compression. You got lost the compression, but that's not from that reason. When you pulled your head off, was it cracked? Was the block cracked?
bad gasket was on this side, not the other side. Anywho, then I'm going to remake the battery tray. I'm going to cut out that rod, and I have a nice little sheet of galvanized steel here, which I'll cut and reform and fabricate to size, width, and diameter. And
man, y'all should take a stock out and
put that back up on there and get some new hoses for the heater core. And, well, I have them for the radiator, but these hoses, these got to be replaced.
Yeah, heater core.
And then I'm going to have to work on the brakes because apparently the brakes went while I was working underneath. That's okay, though, because I'd rather go here than down the road.
Oh, look, it's a newfangled blower motor.
The fuel pump line, the rubber that they used is disintegrated, so it's going to have to come off anyhow.
Oh, wow.
And after I do all that, that should be it. But as I said, it's not going to be done this year.
That's fucking obvious.
It's going to take time because
it's not done.
The weather's going to start going downhill soon. And I am going to have to start splitting wood. So I'm going to have to put this project on hold in a little bit. Hopefully I can get a lot more of it done because I want to try and get everything covered up for wintertime. At least get the head off and get the sludge off of that, and then change the head gasket, and then put it back on, and at least the intake manifold, and cover up the open areas, and then put it in the carport until spring, I guess. All right, well, that's the update for now. Please like and subscribe.
So, folks, I'm confused. He likes to brag about what he's done in 3 years. You've put some fucking pop rivet sheet metal in. You've hacked the fuck out of this car. You've made this car to where this car is in worse shape than when you got it. You made it where the next person that gets this car after you fucking have a massive coronary out in that front yard, mad as fuck at a video me or Mako put out. The next person that gets after that moment is going to two-door swap it because it's not worth anything else they have to do. Fuck it, they're probably gonna junk it. I mean, what's good on it? The frame?
You have the fucking.
Hell, I got a video where you show the fucking trunk in the car. The trunk's rotted out.
You have to use the aircraft mover to get that thick ass paint off of it. But it's on there. Dead.
Looks like fucking powder coating.
Alright.
I mean, so what are you bragging about in 3 years you've done? You've made some shitty ass door panels. What else? You've put mismatched pistons in an engine block.
Alright. Putting the rings on 2 cylinders.
You've pop rivet shit to the cow. You've put window sealer like you'd use on a new window in that car, running around the whole front windshield where you can plainly see it. You gotta keep going. You're a hack. And I love how you like mentioned that my car is sitting in the ground. But you pick the cars that I'm not working on right now. Yeah, Le Mans is. The Valiant's getting worked on as we speak. But Le Mans, why would I touch it? I'm not working on it right now. So why would I touch it? I think you're just mad because you don't have a 2-door Le Mans. Or a Valiant. Or a fucking GS or anything like that. I think you're just you're mad because I do more fucking, me and Dad do more work in a fucking day than you've done in the past 30 years. Just being honest. And like I said, you want to talk about me being fat? Let's do a scale challenge. You show a video with your fat ass stepping on a scale. I'll do the same. All that matters is I'm skinnier than you. That's all that matters. All that matters is I climb my fat ass up underneath the car. All that matters is I don't let a starter beat me. All that matters is if I had this fucking car, it'd be running. I probably would have traded it off by now and got rid of it, but it would be running. You're a 55-year-old man that will never be done on YouTube, which I don't care if you are or not. It gives me content to do, but you'll never be done off YouTube because this is your social life. You have nobody else. Your biological sisters want nothing to do with you, and I'm sure that your brother probably don't want nothing to do with you. That's why he's hard. When was the last time you brought him up? So, and then you've got a short fuse that we're supposed to believe you never hit your old lady, your ex-old lady. Need we keep going on? I mean, you talk about all this shit that you know nothing about to try to sound smart when you're really ignorant. A 25-year-old man is smarter than a 55-year-old man. How does that work? You're supposed to have knowledge and wisdom. And what's your wisdom? Throwing chicken fucking wire in a fucking door and smacking some Bondo over it, calling it good? What, making it where if you stuck a magnet to the side of the car, it'd literally fall off? Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. To go get stocks in fucking pop rivet companies and then go buy your own product. That's what it is, right? Or is it how to fail at life miserably? Because I don't give Barry props very often on here, but Perry has been 10 times more successful in his life than you are. Not maybe ripping people off and mooching off his mom, but, like it or not, 10 times more successful than you.
Better mechanic, too.
Yep. And I may think Barry's a piece of shit, and I may not like Barry. I like him more than I like you. And if Barry was from the pedo shit, dude, Barry would be an alright person to talk to and everything else because he's not arrogant. You like to say you're real as fuck, or it's like you're the realest dude in the world, right? You like to say that, right? But yet, you're laughing at that lady when she plainly had the right of way. I hate to see you got in a car wreck with somebody. She was plainly, you can see her plainly. You ran your fucking little scooter into her. Then you laugh it off like it's a joke, like it's no big deal, and then you get to another guy and you start talking about how it's a big deal. Well, it's a big deal. What, tough guy, why the fuck did you say nothing to her? You're mad, Rich, because nobody on here has your back. Nobody's going to have a racist, wife-beating creep's back. You are 55 and you wanted to hear my 6-year-old kid talk. When there's videos where you can plainly see him in the background. Like if you're watching the video, you can see him. And you knew that, and you still wanted to hear him talk. You wanted to hear a 6-year-old's voice. Why is that, Rich? Because you're a fucking creep. You're weird. You're a suspect. Now here's what you need to do. You're going to do a live tomorrow. I have stuff piled up back, but do a live tomorrow. Get on here and have your social life with the, 13 followers you have. Because half of them come over here and they look at it and they're like, fuck, yeah, Rich is a loser. We don't want no part of him no more. I've had never mind. I've just had so many of your followers go and check out this channel. And agree with me. But at the same time, what's funny if the fuck about it is, the next live, you'll be standing there talking buddy-buddy with them. Not even picking it up. Like the Walmart thing live. How was your trip to Walmart? You thought they were wanting to be your buddy. Street Smart Rich couldn't pick up on some street smart shit. We're making fun of you, buddy. And you're so fucking stupid. You don't understand it. So, for those of you who don't know, I got a hold of YouTube. They told him about Rich's racist stuff. They asked if I had proof. I've sent the proof. Along with him basically saying that my channel's his channel and using my cars and basically, stealing my identity. It's totally different than this. So, we'll see what happens. They may not do nothing. They may fucking boot Rich off this platform. We'll see. Time will tell. Do I really think they're going to really do anything about it? No. Do I really care if they do? No. But if it makes Rich fucking squirm, then why not? So, I'm off here. I'm going to edit this video, get this video up to you guys. Thank you guys for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. See you guys next time here on Poor Man's Speech Up. All the extras and drama. Not plus drama. I don't know where the fuck he's seen a plus. I mean, apparently he can't read either. Here, Rich, need to borrow my glasses?
Alright.
Shameless plug. Go check out Poor Man's Speech Up, the main channel. See all the car content. Amazing car content. We don't take 4 years to build a 57 Chevy, but we try hard here. We actually get shit done. And two dweebuses in Indiana can do better than one dumbass in New Jersey, so that's something. Like I said, go check out our friends Mako, Fast Thing, Lipstick Garage, Steel Scrapper Kingdom, the Retro Russian, Lipstick Garage, JY and Clover, 2296. Retro, I think I said everybody, and if not, I'm probably butchered that all to hell. So I'll be up at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, waiting on Rich to post a live so we can have some content, you guys.
That's how it starts his day, ends his day.
It's sad when a 55-year-old man that's all his social life he gets. Or he's sitting, I didn't tell you that, dude. He was at like someplace like fucking Speedway, right? Get coffee, right? Yeah. And he's munching down his food, chewing his food and talking. That's fucking disgusting, dude. Like, come on, bro. Like, didn't your mom ever tell you to swallow and then talk? Same with you having a fucking cigarette in your mouth talking. That's fucking disgusting. And Rich, can I buy one of them Cassidy Transit t-shirts? Please? With like your signature on it, man. So I can remember the greatest has-been it never was.